Hello, everybody, and welcome again to another Google Hangout. It's Glenn Dietzel here live from our Canadian operations, our international office. We're not running our Google Hangout from the Canadian Lake Home. And with that being stated, let me just quickly show you the sunset of the week. We are just having some unbelievable sunsets here. Take a look at that one. That one was shot a couple of evenings ago. If you're new to our Google Hangouts, you'll know that you maybe don't know that our area features the best sunsets in the world, and so you're going to absolutely, for those of you that are actually flying in to work with me, you're going to absolutely love. You're going to love the sunsets here in our area. So National Geographic has featured our area off our beach, off the Canadian Lake Home, is the best sunsets in the world. And one of the things that we do every week is we show you sunset of the week. I show you some case studies. Today we're going to, our hangout's going to be a little bit shorter, in part because we are short-staffed today, number one. Number two, we have so many people.
Hello, everybody, and welcome again to another Google Hangout. It's Glenn Dietzel here live from our Canadian operations, our international office.
Just turn myself off here.
Our Google Hangout from the Canadian Lake Home.
I know I'm here somewhere.
With that being stated, let me just quickly show you the sunset of the week. We are just having some
hold on one second, everybody. Here we're
take a look
having
at that
a little bit of technical difficulty.
A couple of evenings ago.
So let me just shut down.
If you're new to our Google Hangouts, you'll know that you maybe don't know that.
If you can hear me here, you're hearing me all. Here we are. Okay, let's close that down. There we go. All right. Good thing I got my tech team here to help me in the background, supporting me on our live Hangouts. And with live Hangouts, you get an opportunity to take a look at myself and see that I'm not a perfect person. What I have is an excellent system. And just this past week, I did an exclusive training on how to attract pre-qualified, high-paying clients. And it was so powerful that one of the reasons why I'm going to have to shorten the training event today is the demand on my company's time welcoming new people in, going through the consults and the vetting process that we have here in the Awakened International Office. So if you're new to us, I want to recommend get up to speed as quickly as you possibly can on the free side of our strategic alignment that we have with people globally and people that are interested in speed to market acceleration. So to set the scene today, I want to talk to you a little bit, and this is going to be a two-part series, if you will. First part's going to be today, so I want to get you excited. I've got a free gift for you at the end. You're going to love this, and I want to set us up for the second part, which is next week. All right, and I want to introduce to you a whole new publishing, what I call speed to profits, publishing and partnership platform. So you're going to love it because it's going to give you an opportunity to work with me long term. And in other words, for the next 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, you talk to my wife and she'll tell you, Glenn's not going anywhere. I love the industry of mentoring, and what I show my clients, and you've seen, if you're new, if you've been with us for any length of time, you know our track record. So we're not going to take time today going through any case studies. I want to bring out a few concepts around the secrets of Oprah's business model, probably secrets or something that you haven't seen before. And I'm going to point out three concepts because this is fundamental in the advisory, the recommendation age. And I've got my Starbucks coffee here. And oops, make sure it's always a good thing to have your mouth where you can sit properly. And it's a good thing in the advisory age that you can leverage your time. Leverage your time. It's something you can't get back. So if you want to become the noted guru or expert in your industry, as I've covered on a previous Google Hangout, you've got to know how to leverage authority and credibility. And now again, why is that so important? As I mentioned on a Google Hangout last week or earlier this week, in fact, let me show you the Hangout if you missed it. You see there, that's Luke Charlton. I showed you how this 27-year-old kid, and I call him a kid because he's 21 years younger than me, I'm 48, how he was able to close deals, and he set himself up for life. Luke has the ultimate lifestyle business because he's able to travel at 21, close some very high-end deals, all because it's not that he's smarter than you, it's just that he's using a more intelligent business model. And as I pointed out on our last Google Hangout with Luke, I showed you and proved to you why only 30% of the deal, whether or not you're closing, B2C, business to customer or consumer kind of clients, or B2B, business to business deals, only about 25 to 30% of the deal is actually based on your authority. Biggest part of or reason why people move forward with you in your programs and services, and if you're new in business, you really want to understand this because this is crucial. You're not going to find this anywhere online. I've had to dig deep and hard, immersing myself for the last 10 years in over 120 industries to tell you this. That deal closing and structuring deals on the phone, in webinars, in keynote presentations, in Google Hangouts, over a cup of coffee, all right? The key is to be able to follow a consultative process and replicate this over and over again at the highest level. Why? Because you're going to give yourself more time. Why? Because as I'm going to show you, you're able to market and sell, package your product very strategically. So market, sell, create a product, and create it at the highest levels of conversion, all because you understand a concept called ABP. ABP, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about that and how and what Oprah is doing. All right? Very highly strategic. So before you give away your advice or before you sell your next program or service or the next consultation that you have, I want you, our pollen rate is at the highest level here at the Canadian Lacombe in our international office, so my eyes are a little bit itchy today. So if you see me rubbing my body, that's probably the reason, and specifically my eyes. So we want to be highly strategic. You want a more intelligent business model, and that's what Luke has. In fact, Luke is coming to the Canadian Lacombe to work with me next week, and I'm really excited for him and for all the clients that are flying in to work with me for a one-day intensive where I get to help them rebuild their presentation so they can close deals. All right? So what does Oprah do that's just so powerful? I want to take a look at it from 3 vantage points. All right? 3 vantage points. Take a look at her business model, and I want to look at it a little differently than probably maybe what you've seen before. And I love what I cover because I'm a teacher at heart and I love teaching. And I want to make this observation right now. Who makes all the money? Does the realtor make all the money, if I use an analogy, or does the realtor school make the money? Okay, think about that. All right? Who makes all the money in an industry? All right? Does the author make the money, or does the author who's more strategic and has a training program make all the money? When one of my recent clients was in working with me for an entire day at the Canadian Lacombe, I made that observation. Who makes the money in today's marketplace? Is it experts? And if you've been online for any length of time, and I know all of you probably have, and you've done a lot of research, you've done your due diligence, and you realize something very, very powerful. There are a lot of experts in today's marketplace, and yet there are very few advisors. Now, let me prove it to you. On the blog post, so you'll have to go to our last blog post. It just came out a couple of hours ago. I point out some research from Marketing Sherpa, and let me just write that down for you here, because I think that's important. Research from Marketing Sherpa. And I give you a direct link, Marketing Sherpa. All right, one of the trusted resources that I use, and I lean on a very few trusted resources to collect data. And what I like about Marketing Sherpa is they take and build data from what companies are using, Fortune 500 companies, small to mid-sized tiered companies. the research that they gather is from those companies. Let me just so sorry, I got pinged by somebody here in our office here that needed to ping me and trying to mouth it, so she just actually Skyped me here. So we a lot of times internally within our own office we Skype. So I like Marketing Sherpa because I want the best data. Remember what I said, build a better problem before you build a better mousetrap. One of the things that Oprah is very good at doing is helping build a problem and present a problem. And she does it very powerfully. Why? Because she's one here with here. So she's connected up here and down here. She's got a very powerful platform, a very powerful way of messaging what she does. And when she says anything, what happens? As soon as she says something, what happens? People buy. People buy like crazy. What has Oprah done today? And I'm going to point out these three concepts here. She's done something very powerful. So she gets, as soon as she opens her mouth up, people buy. Now, to build the kind of platform that she has is going to take you considerable money. It's going to take you time. And if we can be even more strategic than Oprah is, would that be a good thing? Would it be a good thing for you to be able to amass a following of people that strategically want, you know, your programs and services? Why? If you know how to create that kind of influence, you create for yourself the ability to close deals faster. And people that close deals faster know how to close high-end deals. What do you want? Do you want 95% of a $19 product? 95% of a $19 product? Or do you want 95% of a $19,000 program? So in order to leverage these three concepts today, you need to understand the power of profit margins. You need to understand the power of putting a value proposition into the marketplace. And I want to assist you to leverage the same, open it strategically. And I'm not talking about like this, or like this, or like this. I'm talking about the words that come out of your mouth and how you use your message and how you leverage your message. So how you create your message is crucial, and that's what I've been pointing out on our last several Google Hangouts. How you create your message is crucial. So it's not really what you say anymore, it's how you say it, right? And how many times have we said that for those of us that have kids, and I know I said this many times to my boys, it's not what you say, it's how you said it, son. If they get a little bit testy with us, well, Dad, I only said this. And I said, yes, you might have said that, but it was the body language behind it. So I want to help you get the same kind of body language, the same kind of strength that Oprah feeds off of, and she creates this kind of level of high-end credibility. Now, it's a credibility, it's a different kind of credibility. And I talked to you about this and the importance of knowing how to create this kind of credibility. This kind of credibility that happens at a certain level. And let me write that down. It's a certain kind of credibility that happens at a non-conscious level. At a non-conscious level. All right, so the credibility that we're talking about, and the credibility that I show my clients how to create, is a credibility that they leverage with their ideal clients at a non-conscious level. Because you need to understand this right now. If you're focused on selling things, you're in the wrong age. That was the information age. We now live in the advisory age. The age in which you educate your marketplace to select you. So if you understand that people do the buying, your ideal clients do the buying, then all you need to do is be very strategic on how you share your advice. So I want to help you be strategic here, and I'm going to share with you three concepts here, and I'm going to build on each of these three concepts right now. All right, so the first concept that I want you to write down is that she treats her business like a business. The first concept here is Oprah treats her business like a business. She treats her business like a business. For 2.5 years, when I first started out in business, I thought I was treating my business like a business, and I really, really wasn't. All right, if you look at what Oprah is doing today with her Oprah, with her network, etc., she's upping the game, if you will, for herself and treating herself like a business owner. And what do business owners focus on? Business owners focus on profit margins. They focus on cash flow. They focus on income generating events. They think differently. They don't think in terms of a paycheck. They don't think in terms of a pay raise. They don't think in terms of typical ways that the middle class people view money. They see money differently. Why? They value their time. And I want to help you value your time. So first concept you need to understand is framing and understanding that what you do is in the concept of a business. And let me just draw this out really quickly here for you so you understand. Okay, let's just do this, a real quick rehash. If you don't understand this diagram, then you need to get on a previous hangout that I did with Luke Charlton. But this is what you need to do. You need to treat your business by seeing your credibility, leveraging your authority, so you're making it bigger. And how are you making your authority bigger? And how can you leverage your credibility? By framing yourself away from what your competitors aren't doing. I want to repeat that again. Position what you do, everything that you do and talk about, is always positioned from the standpoint of what your competitors fail to do. So let's write that down. What competitors fail to do. You want to be strategic in business like Oprah, you need to have a better, a more intelligent business model. So focus on what others, what your competitors fail to do. Now, even more important is focus and help your potential clients understand their negative perception. Okay? Understand your target market's negative perception. That's the word perception there. Short form for negative. The negative perception of what your competitors fail to do. And therein lies the modicum of success. And that's going to allow you then to position yourself strategically away from what your competitors are doing. All right? So you want to frame yourself. You want to give yourself the upper hand, just like Oprah has. Oprah has created a platform for herself, and she's created a certain kind of platform. Okay, so the first concept is she treats herself like a business, and she's more strategic in what she's doing. Constantly thinking of how she can leverage her time. So a 1 unit of time for Oprah has been now created into multiple units of time through the Oprah channel, through her books, her speaking engagements, and something even more powerful that she's done. All right, and I'm really excited about this one. The next concept is that I want you to understand is that Oprah has created an advisory platform. An advisory platform. This is so important. I'm going to underscore the word advisory. All right? She has an advisory platform. Oprah understands that everything today is about advice. It's not about information. It's not about gathering information. It's about positioning advice. And what has Oprah been able to do? She's been able to make advisors out of people that have appeared on the Oprah show. let me give you an example of some of those people, or let me just write it down. What about this person here? How about that person, Dr. Phil? How did Dr. Phil get his start? Oprah assisted in creating Dr. Phil. How about this person? Dr. Oz. What is Dr. Oz? Where did Dr. Oz get? Where did he get his start? He got it from Oprah. How about this person? Rachel Ray. Where did Rachel Ray get her start? She got it on Oprah. Oprah gave her the positioning, gave her the platform. Oprah was the advisor. Okay, she's got an advisory platform. So I want you to write this down right now. Advisors trump experts. I meet so many people, experts, who come into our program, and all of you are experts at something. Whether or not you're making money or not, that's just a reflection of a poor business model. But advisors trump experts. In today's marketplace, with so many experts in the market, advisors trump experts. So you need to be positioned in the advisory role. And in the advisory role, if you look at the doctor, you watch the Dr. Phil show, or watch Dr. Oz, or Rachel Ray, or Susie Orman, or any people that have been created because of Oprah, one thing that they're able to do very quickly, and this is the secret to when Oprah opens her mouth, that people buy, or anybody that she recommends, this is a recommendation age, the advisor age, people buy, she knows how to triage. Oops. I think I spelled the word wrong. So let's do, if I were in education right now, I would put an SP. When I was a teacher, underscore the A. SP means spelling mistake. I had codes for all of my students, underline where the mistake was. She needs to, I need to learn how to spell better. I'm in business now, so who cares about spelling? But she has got the ability to be able to, and you need to have the same ability to triage a problem. Remember our rule here, and it comes out of the medical profession, that prognosis without diagnosis is malpractice. Prognosis without diagnosis is malpractice. So what is our key word, or what is our key concept in there? You need to be able to do this. You need to be able to do this. Diagnose. You need to be able to diagnose a problem. All right? And isn't that what Oprah focuses on? And isn't that what every one of the experts that she's created focuses on? Diagnosing a problem, the diagnostic tools. Now, if you want the same kind of leverage that Oprah has, it's really important to be able to create something, okay? And I'm going to show you this here. But before I do that, I want to give you another example here. I think it's a really powerful example. It comes out of one of the books that I've recently read, well, probably in the last 2 years, about 2 years ago. And I'm going to write this person's name down. See if you can guess who that person is. Howard Schultz. Who's Howard Schultz? Well, Howard Schultz created a great company. Don't necessarily stand for all of the politics of the company. It's a pretty left-wing leaning company. Tend to be very right-wing. But I love their coffee. Here it is, my Starbucks coffee. There we go. He's the CEO of Starbucks. Okay, very bright guy, and super bright. Why? Because how did he reinvent Starbucks when it was going through its problems a number of years ago? He did not lean on a certain group of people. He didn't lean on experts. He didn't lean on his He didn't lean on the learned people within his company, the board of directors. Howard Schultz didn't lean on any of those people. Who did he lean on? All right, this is pretty cool. If you've read the book, It's a very inspiring book. He leaned on a group of selected advisors. Selected advisors to help him take Starbucks out of the increasing friction that they were creating as a company. Profit margins were going down. Company was becoming fragmented and all kinds of stuff. And he lost what he needed to be able to do. Why? Because he was too close to the source of the problem. So this is really important that you understand that. If you had the ability to be able to create a few selectively created strategic marketing tools, advisory-based tools, assessment instruments, if you will, to help your target market, that's going to position you away from being an expert and in the advisory role, just like the medical profession, just like Oprah has created. And I call those, remember at the beginning of our Google Hangout today, I said that I would be referring to some ABPs. ABPs. And what are ABPs? Well, my clients all know those. They're advisory-based products. They're the only products you should be creating. Let me write that down. And then I want to show you something. So the only products you should be creating. The only products. All right? So I spent a long time, and let me just show you here. Here are some of the thousands of people that we've helped publish physically. Our office is full of shelves of clients that we've helped in our original days. You know, you might know that I got featured by Adobe. We ran the very first ebook authoring program, and we then got recognized by BookSurge. I was publicly thanked by Jeff Bezos of Amazon. BookSurge was bought out by Amazon. We had the very first strategic partnership with the very first print-on-demand company, POD company, and BookSurge was bought out by Amazon. Probably now almost 7 years ago now. Anyways, I bring up that point that people that are coming to us and new to our programs or that go through our consultative process and that really want to write a book, I say, look, we're put the book on hold. Not that writing a book isn't a good thing, but you've got to have a few strategically created ABPs, advisory-based products. And here's what a great, so that stands for, let me just write that out, make sure you have it, advisory-based products. All right? So you've got to have advisory-based products. And the key in creating an advisory-based product is it does three things for you. Okay? And it does the following, and I've written it out here for you. It does marketing and sales. All right? It does very strategic product creation and assists you on conversion. All right? I don't know about you, but I don't have a lot of time because I have a lifestyle business and I travel, do things with my family. My son and I are getting ready to do another adventure race, a Warrior Dash this weekend. So we're going to be heading up out of our international office here very shortly. So I'm on a very tight time constraint here today. But I love training. I love the fact that my waist size, for example, is the same size as when I was in my early years of high school. So I'm size 31. And those are all the benefits, right, of training, but I love to compete. And if you want to compete at the highest levels today, and that's what Oprah wants to do, you've got to know how to create an advisory-based platform. And so you don't need to spend all that money that Oprah's done and all that kind of stuff. It's going to take you too long, too expensive, and for just about everybody, it's going to break our accounts. So we've got to be able to create the same kind of leverage with ABPs, advisory-based products. One, it allows you to sell and market your services really strategically and quickly, so it triages the problem. Secondly, it's a product, but it does it in a way that allows your target market, your potential clients, not to really see the assessment instrument, but to see your services. And thirdly, it's got to assist on going from strategically assessing to closing the deal really quickly. Why? Because when you can create a lot more time for yourself, a lot more time. And when you have more time, you can create things more strategically for yourself. Now you can have a lifestyle. Now you can travel more. Now you can, be with your family more. Now you can give back more, right? That's my definition of a lifestyle business, and I want you to have the very same thing. All right, you following me? So we want to make sure that we do these three things, and that's what Oprah's been able to do. Remember I said when she opens her mouth up, people buy. So how can you open your mouth and get people to buy the same way? Well, you've got to create some advisory-based products. Advisory-based products. Here it is again. That allow you to do three things. And you're going to then have the same power as Oprah. And that is, where's our sheet here? When Oprah opens her mouth, or when you open your mouth, people buy. People buy. People want to buy. They don't want to be sold to. All right? So what's that going to create for you? It's going to create for you massive influence. Massive. In fact, the bigger your influence, all right? And I want you to understand it starts with how you give away your advice, the bigger the dollar signs that you're going to put up for your business, all right? So you can truly do the things that you want. So the first concept was Oprah treats her business like a business. She's highly strategic. And the second concept, in being strategic, she's created an advisory platform. All right? And she's not only positioned herself as an advisor, but she's created a platform for anybody today that gets on her stage. Dr. Oz, I used a number of them, Susie Orman, Rachel Ray, Dr. Phil. They've all become the trusted advisor in their marketplace. The third thing that Oprah has done, which is highly strategic, is she's created a vetting process. A vetting process. All right? A vetting process. And what do we mean by that? It means that she has a way of assessing her marketplace, triaging the problem, if you will, and bringing her ideal clients naturally to her. Naturally, easy, and when she's done that, she's been able to create a lifestyle. She's been able to grow her business. She's been able to make quantum leaps in business growth. Highly, highly, highly strategic, highly, highly, highly leveraged. Now, I want to show you a completely new speed to profit publishing and partnership model. All right, and that's going to be part two. I want to pick up on what we've been talking about with Oprah. So we're going to build on what we covered, and I'm going to show you how to publish and partner with me in a very strategic way. Very strategic. That's going to give you the kind of leverage that you've always wanted. And what if you could partner with me for a lifetime? Would that be a pretty cool thing? We've got a ton of traction here at the international office and globally. And I'm going to be talking in part two around Oprah's business model, the secrets around Oprah's business model. So this was just getting, assisting in the framework, if you will, so you can start applying these concepts immediately in your business. And in the vetting process that Oprah uses, she understands the power of ask. So she gives away her advice, whether you realize it or not, but she uses what I call ask. Attitudes, skills, and knowledge. She knows how to frame the advice, attitudes, and frame people based on her platform. She knows how to specifically give away advice, and so do her experts that she brings on to her platform. Structure advice very strategically. They get people to do something, get them to buy, so that they can apply. That's the S in ask. The S in ask. All right, to move forward with her. I want to give you a special gift from me, and I want to give you our new Guru Model free report. It's a pretty cool report. You're definitely going to want to access this, because I'm going to give you 7 rules to become a stealth guru. Somebody that becomes so influential in your market that you move immediately from expert standing to advisory-based standing. What you need to do then is text GURU, G-U-R-U, to 469 4376. Text Guru to 248 469 4376. And I got a special gift for you there. So the ability for you to be able to position your ideas, you're going to want to understand the importance of being stealth. And what is, in fact, this is so important, I'm going to write the word out here. Stealth. It's all about being stealth today. All right? Oprah is super stealth. She makes a ton of money, and she does it very stealthily. How does she do it? Because she knows how to leverage her platform that she's created. And every time she opens up her mouth, and it's opened up multiple channels because she's got a way of building passive income stealthily. All right? And I want to show you a model. All right, this is a completely new model, our new publishing and partnership model. If you want access to a New York publisher, if you want to see how we're able to teach our clients how to do things at an accelerated rate, I'm going to be doing a part 2 of this training next week. So we'll have more information for you. But for your next step, I want you just to note the Speed to Profits Publishing and Partnership Program. And that's right here. Note that. I'm going to have the training next Wednesday, so we're going to have details for you. And we're going to, you want to make sure you take me up on the free gift that I have for you. Text Guru at 248-469-4376. 248-469-4376. On behalf of me, Glenn Dietzel here, and the entire Awakened team here at the International Office, I salute you to taking these concepts and making them your own. Take these 3 concepts that we covered today. Being more strategic with your business, treating your business like a business, creating a more strategic platform, an advisory-based platform, that's second. And then third is the ability for you to create a vetting process, a way for people to hand select themselves to work with you. So, and that's going to keep you in the power position, and when you're in the power position, you create a lot more influence. And when you create a lot more influence, you position yourself to create immediately higher end programs and services. And when you follow our PCS system, predictable, certain, and secure, we show you how to take your advice and just massively offer it in the form and the way that your target market desires, not just needs to, but desires to pay top dollar for it. So highly stealth, and I look forward to part 2 of this training. So make sure again that you get the free gift that I offered you. Text Guru, G-U-R-U, to 248-469-4376. Have a great one, everybody.